This building is familiar to any Chicagoan from the front. This, once upon a time, a lifetime ago, was the Playboy mansion, converted to condos quite a while ago. We came around the side to this garden. It's shared by all the condos in the building, but it's really looked into and entered from only one condo, the one we're going in. And so she's got this nice sort of private space where parties can be thrown. Not the kind of parties that once upon a time were thrown here, but very pleasant little parties with ice in the fountain and a great setting. We'll go inside and see the rest. This is Susan Wagner, the agent representing the condo.
Dennis.
Hi, Susan. I came in the garden entrance, but there is another way to come in.
Yes, there's a real entrance right here. And imagine stepping in and you have this view to look at.
Right.
And then, of course, to your left is the formal living room, which is very gracious.
Very nice and big.
Yes,
big marble fireplace.
A beautiful
big limestone
party.
fireplace.
Wood-burning fireplace. And then over here, we have the formal dining room, again with a fireplace, in keeping with the grandeur of the building.
Well, you know what's interesting? It's in keeping with the grandeur of the building, but it's to a smaller scale. This is, when you look at this building from the street, you can't imagine that once upon a time, one family lived here.
No.
Before the other guy moved in later, this was the home of one family at one point.
Dr. Isham built this house.
So what this does is it sort of brings it down to the sort of scale we live on now, if you're not going to have a house full of servants. This is nice. I've got two beautiful formal rooms. We'll see more rooms down that way.
Exactly.
But not on the size of the building.
No. And again, what's wonderful about both of these rooms is the flow to the outdoor area.
Right. Sure.
Great for parties, great for parties. And just about every time I come over here to show it, there's some sort of tour group outside just dying to get a look inside.
I'm
so
sure that's true.
Good for you. You get to see
what's
in here.
Sure. Well, let's go see what's down this way.
Great.
Boy, so we come out of those formal rooms into a more relaxing place, this family room, but it's certainly not diminished because we've got these great arched windows out to two gardens.
That's right. Over here we have where you just were, the mansion's gardens, and also this unit has its own private terrace that you can access from, of course, the family room where we are. Also, the master bedroom and den have access to this private patio, which is great if you have dogs, just let them out.
Right.
Again, this kind of outdoor space right in this area is phenomenal.
Yeah, to be here in this part of the Gold Coast, but to have so much room outside, and in this case, very secluded room outside, is pretty sweet.
So those rooms have access, and then as we talked about, the living room and dining room have access to the gardens, so almost every main room has some sort of flow out to an outdoor area.
That's great. Let's talk a little bit about the kitchen. It's interesting because it almost disappears from view. It doesn't have all the big things standing up that might say...
No, it's not your typical in-your-face kitchen where people pretend that they cook. But it does have everything you could need. Hidden in the island are two double ovens. You've got the Sub-Zero refrigerator, a cooktop, a microwave. But it just sort of blends into the family room. And as you know, this building was converted back in the 90s. And I think a little bit ahead of its time with the combination kitchen-family room.
Yeah, it's a nice setup because it's formal enough to suit the house, but it also is quiet, set back.
I don't know why anyone would want to leave this room when you can look out to the gardens here and your own terrace here.
Well, there are a couple of reasons to leave. There's this beautiful den, right, with all the great millwork, really nicely done.
Yep.
And 3 bedrooms, I think?
3 bedrooms, all with their own bath.
The master is the one that exits onto this garden.
Right here, exactly.
Certainly, as you said to me earlier, the key to this story is this view out into the garden. And I've got to say, this window in particular, with the ironwork and the arch, this is one of the prettiest views, close-up views you can have anywhere in the city.
It's the prettiest garden view I've ever seen.